Chris. Chris, say hi to the people.
Hi, people.
Okay, Chris, Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
So, 2026, we're in the future now.
Yeah, seriously, can you remember, like, in the 80s and 90s, I figured we'd have flying cars and we'd be living like the
Yes,
Jetsons.
that's it.
But,
Flying cars and robots and everything. So, welcome to the future. So, what does the future hold for us?
mm, so for us, for comic books, for what are we making? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to go first?
You go first. Let's go. Let's go.
So my goal is Blue Orchid Chapter 4. I want to finish that. So a new issue of Blue Orchid. This is the fourth one, and I'm going to combine that into to a collection.
Yes, you were saying that before. I don't know if it was online or privately when we were talking, you mentioned possibly doing a collection.
Yeah, so I'm thinking every four issues I'm going to do a collection. That's sort of how the rough storylines, like at the end of the storyline is sort of the end of the introduction of the characters. And so I have some ideas for the next few chunks of stories, but this is a good chunk. So I'm going to compile it and make sort of a collection book and something like that. So chapter 4 will be done and the collection will come out this year. I certainly hope. I'm still drawing chapter 4. I'm going to start inking it actually probably in the next couple of days. So
So each of your books so far, average, it's about, I'm taking a guess, 40 to 80 pages.
no, each book is more like 30 pages.
Oh, 30 pages. Okay, okay.
30 pages, but I'm also going to include, I've got some short stories that I've done, some that have never been printed, some that have. I might also in the collection include the TikTok Tom crossover,
Oh,
the
yes.
gorilla issue.
Yes.
So I'm thinking that might be another way to get that. So I'm going to sort of do a bunch of that and maybe see if I can convince some people to do some artwork for me or something, or I don't know, but I just want to sort of compile all of this and finish this block because I'm going to stop doing Blue Orchid comics for a little while at the end of this year to do another project.
Oh, that's a surprise.
Yeah. Well, it's sort of Blue Orchid related, but it's not the comic books.
Okay.
So I'm thinking, and I've been talking to a few people, and a few people who are experts, and even one that's been on this podcast in the past about designing a Blue Orchid game.
Oh, now I want to talk to him and ask him what I know who you're talking about, so I will.
We had a call, we had a chat, and he gave me some really good advice. I have a few friends, and I'm at the point where it looks like it's going to be a card game. So, you'll buy like a starter pack, and then I might even have extra stuff at the end. The
Yeah.
idea of the game is basically that you'll create monsters. You'll play both the monster creator and a blue orchid, and an orchid. There'll be different
Your
colored
your
orchids.
your book works perfectly for that, for a card game.
Yeah. So that's what I figured. I thought maybe if I could do like a card game, people could sort of interact with the comic book a little bit better, and they could have a bit of the storyline to sort of play off of it. And it gives me a little break. Like I always sort of thought after the fourth issue, I would sort of do something else temporarily
That's a
and
good
then
idea.
sort of,
And but that's fun because I got together just before Christmas with Brian, owner of Worlds Collide in Oshawa, and we were talking about gaming cards and all that stuff, and checked out his new store, which is amazing. Go check it out in Oshawa, Ontario. And he had a whole section full of gaming, like magic cards and stuff, where people are playing games and stuff like that. It's
yeah,
more popular than ever now.
exactly. And the thing I want, I mean, I'll be honest, the two hard parts I've discovered, I actually tried to create a game, like it was completely unrelated to Blue Orchid or anything. I tried to create a game many years ago and it went okay, but I kind of gave up. But creating the rules is sort of the hard part. Like I have a basic idea of what the rules are going to be, but there's going to be a lot of play testing and figuring that out. But the other hard thing I want to do, particularly with a card game, is I don't want it to go the way of Pokemon, where, and I mean, I know I could be a billionaire if it did, but I don't want people to have to like spend a ton of money to get a particular card. I kind of want it to be accessible for more
But
people.
here's the thing which I know my daughter collected Pokemon and my son didn't, but my daughter did. And this is a conversation I had with Brian also. People were buying Pokemon cards. I have to be honest, probably 75%, 80% of them, or more than 80%, probably don't even play the game.
Mm.
They're
I've
just
heard different stats on that depending on the people I've talked to. I've heard some people that say that there's a pretty high number that actually play, or there's at least people that used to play and now look at it as sort of a, nostalgia thing instead, particularly for Pokemon.
but now it's come into the card industry, like Pokemon sports cards and stuff like that. My son was into sports cards and stuff like that, and I used to collect baseball cards and football cards when I was hockey
Yeah,
cards when I was a kid. Now the problem with those type of things is people are just ripping the packs, looking for the most valuable card for tossing the rest of them out. You know,
yeah,
or what the card game I noticed even it's becoming that like I think was it Spider-Man game that they had some rare cards and things. I mean, we could get into a whole topic on that, but even the new
yeah,
Spider-Man game is popular. People are playing that like crazy.
yeah. So part of the thing I want to do with Blue Orchid is I want it to be like I want people to be able to expand it because I think with the rules that I have in my head right now, it is expandable, but I don't want things to be like uber rare. Like I don't know, so I kind of have to. I want
Yeah.
to balance the collectible and the sort of
Now,
letting people play.
now I'm one of those people. I'm the wrong person to talk to on this type of stuff because I've never played D&D and never played any card games. And now I have I've seen your postings where you and your wife and friends are playing the strategy board games. So
Yep.
you're perfect for it.
Yeah. And I mean, to be honest, this podcast actually kind of helped create it too, because when we were interviewing our secret friend, you can go back
We
and
can mention his name.
okay. But
Go.
when we chatted, like when we recorded that podcast, it was a bit of a thing in my head, and I was like, you can make your own games, and I was like, okay, if I could do this, like where I don't like print on demand cards, if that exists, then that suddenly allows me to make a game. And Blue Orchid seems like the perfect,
Oh, it does. So
you
mentioning
know,
that, we'll put a link to the old episode. So the person we're talking about is Jeff. Jeff does a
yeah,
lot of gaming and a lot of card games, and he's a very talented comic creator also. So we'll put all of
yeah,
his links at the bottom. Please contact him and buy some of his games and his comics.
yeah, definitely, because he helped me out big time, and I'm super excited about putting this. Like, he was the first person. Actually, I have one other friend I mentioned to it first, who's a big Magic player, and then he was like this. As far as like people who created, he was the first person I called, and he was like totally enthusiastic, and he was like, "Yeah, this totally will work," and he's totally okay with he likes my enthusiasm, which was good. So,
See,
and the advantage,
I one time I tried creating my own magic card type of thing, and I have no idea on the level of power, strength, and all that stuff. I'm like, you know, I hate to say it, I could draw a comic, I could write a comic, whatever, I could animate it, but doing that type of stuff, I'm clueless.
yeah, yeah, I was a little clueless, but I got some good advice, and I think I'm going in the right direction. So, there is one other project I'm thinking about working on,
Which one?
and I don't even think I told you about this yet at all. So I'm thinking about doing a zine, and it's going to be called The All. So
Okay.
THEALL, and each one will have a theme. So the first one is the all yellow issue. So everything in it will be yellow. And it's basically just I have a bunch of like short stories that I've written. I have a bunch of like sort of cartoony little things that are not related to Blue Orchid, that are don't really publish, that I've just kind of doodled
Yeah.
and things like that. And so I'm thinking about just every like maybe 4 months, 6 months, taking a bunch of my stuff, putting it in a zine, and I don't know, maybe I'll sell it on maybe it'll be more zine format, and there'll be a bit of
Yeah.
writing, there'll be some photos. I will invite people if they want to do stuff. So if you want to do an all yellow TikTok Tom story,
Sure. No, I'll do
or
something else. Yeah.
or something like, or do something else, like that's the exact thing. Like part of this too was I thought of it for myself as sort of a vanity project for things that maybe I like. There's a bunch of ideas I have that I just kind of want to throw out there and see if they stick or see if they're any good. And so I thought maybe I'd invite some of my friends too. Like if they have something, they're like, I have this story and I don't know what to do with it. I'm
Yeah.
like, I'll take it and just put it in the zine. and it's called the All, and each one like again this first one will be called the All Yellow issue, and
Oh,
so it'll
nice.
be, and then the next one could be the All Pickle issue or the All. It can be anything. So the
Yeah,
only thing that'll be consistent is the All, and
deal.
then yeah. So that's another project of sort of I've been compiling some of my ideas and doing some doodles, and the only thing I'm worried about it is I'm worried it's going to turn into this like super vain project. Like, look at my art, look at my this. But on the other hand, I kind of
So
don't
then,
care
so
either.
then we could do an issue called the All Chris Stewart issue where we do stories about Chris Stewart.
Exactly. And then I will contribute a thing to
Yes.
it.
That's amazing. That's a great idea.
So that I mean this is sort of the idea. It's like and again, if some of my friends want to get involved, and even people that follow this and listen to this, if you have a one-page story and you're thinking, I don't want to publish a comic, but I got this idea, let me know. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know what it's going to be, but I just think I actually got inspired because I watched a documentary on Mad Magazine and how the early Mad and even the recent Mad is just this collection of different art and different stories
Yes.
and everything like that. And I sort of thought, how could I do that? But like just with the random stuff I have, like I have so much random stuff too. So that's a thought. That's my other project.
Okay, nice, nice. Okay, lots going on your end this year.
Yeah, I think so. So hopefully, I don't think the game will be done this year, but I'm going to be spending a great deal of time developing it.
Well, I'm putting my, I'm gonna say if you need help anywhere, you know who to call. So, I'll
Yeah,
help you out anywhere I
I,
can.
particularly with the all, I think it might actually turn into a bit of a collaborative project if you're interested.
Okay, perfect. You know how to get in touch with me.
Yep, yep. So how about you? What TikTok Tom or anything else you're doing?
TikTok Tom working on the last year we put out a book I put out a book called Man Eater with a bunch of people. You've helped out in it also. Um, that was what 168 pages. So we're concluding that story this year, which is going to be, hate to say, a total of about 300 pages. Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, and
That's, I
uh,
think of doing the all, and I'm thinking 30 pages, and I'm sweating. And then you're like, that'll be like 300 pages, and I'm like,
so as we speak now, the 168 page Maneater is all complete. You could buy a Maneater on Amazon, plug, plug, plug. Um, but the new book will have additional, like I said, about 200 pages, maybe more. Right now, I think about 160 pages are finished.
wow,
So we're well into it. And I'll give away the title. It's called Die, Die, My Darling, and it features our main villain, Madam 666, and she wants revenge on TikTok Tom.
okay.
So
I'm curious to know the conclusion.
yes, it's a story. I I had an idea. I mentioned that to you a while back, and I had an idea for this for many years, and I drew sketches and stuff, and then just decided, you know what, just go with it. And I knew what the ending was from when I first started sketching out idea, all the thumbnails and everything. So now it just came to the end,
Nice,
and
nice.
I
I
hate
look
to
forward to
say
it.
it, it's not going to be a happy ending.
Ah, you've just enticed people who are watching.
Yes, that's it. Yes. And
So you're going more the manga route than the superhero route.
sorry?
More manga route than superhero route.
Yes.
Because manga is always depressing at the end. Like so many manga stories, you read to the end and it's like, and they all died. You're like, what?
But then again, remember in comics, no one dies.
Well,
Well, I mean, they died.
doesn't Uncle Ben always have to die?
Yeah, Uncle Ben and Aunt May is always having a heart attack or, on the verge of dying. Maybe I'll kill TikTok Tom off and bring him back as a Superman with mullet.
I think, and big muscles.
Yeah, and big muscles. Yes. Or do the blue and red version of TikTok Tom.
There you go.
No, but that's the book is taking a little bit longer to finish off. I mean, we did a lot. we produced a lot of pages, but just for what the holidays and life stuff going on, our goal is to finish it off. I'm trying to finish it off for one of the shows that's coming up in May or June.
Okay.
I think it's end of May. So trying to finish, by end of April, trying to have the book ready.
Notice I didn't give any dates.
No, no. No, I
You're
have to.
much more brave than I am.
No, I have to give dates because if I don't give dates, 4 years from now, I'll say it's coming out.
Ah, okay. Fair
So,
enough.
I've learned my lesson years ago. Always have a certain deadline saying, I want to finish, I want to finish this. If even if I'm when I'm drawing my pages, I have once the story I'm working on right now, it's 10 pages. I finished 3 pages and I have when I sit down, I'll go, by this time I want it finished. So, and the
Mhm.
funny part is sometimes I'll sit and in 2 days I'll finish 5 pages.
It happens. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
But if
The
you
other
don't
the
have a
other thing
deadline,
that,
yeah. If you don't have a deadline, it could be infinite.
exactly. Yeah, it can be. It depends on, I mean, I sort of have I'm going to get Blue Orchid done before the end of this year. So that's 100%. And that's probably, I'm even probably going to have it done before the summer. Like
Okay.
I want to have it done by the summer for sure. I think it'll be done faster. I don't think it'll take me too long. Um, I'm going to be a little bit busy this month with other stuff, but I'm hoping to sort of fill in between the cracks and do some inking. But there's one other project that you and I are working on that are little
That's what I was going to
secret.
say. I was going to suggest that, but did we want to talk about it?
I, I think we should talk about it, but in a cagey way.
Okay, but you already posted an image of it, so
I did. I did.
yeah.
And I've got another sketch coming up too that's sort of related to it.
Okay, so last year Chris and I were talking about something, and how did we talk about that?
I
How
don't
did
know. You know what it was? We were talking about in one of our conversations, we got into like, if you could do a crossover with anything, what would you want to do?
Yes, that's it. Yes.
And you said Spider-Man.
So Chris did a cover, and check out his Instagram post or social media post. He posted the cover for TikTok Tom versus Spider-Man.
Yep. And I've got a script that's and it's in a good stage. I'm trying to write like Alan Moore. It's a ridiculous
But
idea, but
but now
I'm trying
here
to give.
now here's one thing Chris and I said away from our Geek Shop thing was I told Chris write the script in old Marvel style plot form so we do everything traditional Marvel style.
Yeah. And I'm thinking I'm going to do like traditional, but I'm going to do Alan Moore. So you're going to get like 4 or 5 typed pages of dialogue, but it's not going to tell you like panel one this, panel two this, just the mood.
Okay, and we will document this on Geek Shop, so we'll show you a step-by-step process on this. That's the whole idea. Chris is writing
Yep.
the story, I'm drawing it, and maybe we could get someone to ink it, like old
And
Marvel
maybe.
style.
And for legal reasons, we will never sell this book.
Yes, if you get a copy of it, you don't know where you got it. So, okay?
I mean, photocopiers exist and things happen, but
Yes,
I'm just saying that we make no profit. We just want to show how to make a comic book, and we thought we would do something fun.
yes. So, Marvel, Disney, if you're listening, we are not selling this book.
No, nothing. Nope.
Yeah. We can't afford lawyers. We could barely afford our art supplies, so we could barely afford lawyers.
Seriously.
Yeah, starving artists. And we did an episode on that earlier.
Exactly. So, but yeah, so I think this is an interesting project. And again, it's taking me a little bit longer, but I probably have the script ready for you if I
So,
was just sort of giving it regular style. But
so
I really
mentioning,
want to sort of, I want to create mood.
yes, don't overthink it. Don't overthink it.
I'm underthinking it when it comes to like what each page is going to look like. Like you're going to be able to lay that out any way you want, but I'm overthinking it with like,
So
you're going to know if there's a
if you're
dripping
gonna
pipe
write
in
it
the
like
back.
Alan Moore, I expect that long beard and long
Maybe I
hair.
should just not shave for a while.
Yeah.
I haven't had a haircut in a while. Maybe I should have a rule that I can't get a haircut until I finish the script.
Okay, that's a good rule. That's a good rule.
But
After
yeah,
after we talked, I was thinking about, when you asked, what crossover would you do? I was thinking, Spider-Man's one of my favorite Marvel characters, so that's why I mentioned that. But I thought,
Yeah,
a fun TikTok Tom story with any popular character would be, I thought it would be Judge Dredd.
that would be interesting. I mean, it's kind of got you kind of got the British vibe to TikTok Tom,
Yeah.
like so it sort of suits. I'll be honest, the fact that it's Spider-Man and it contradicts TikTok Tom in the story is part of the story that I've got. So the fact that he is Spider-Man and he doesn't really fit in the world of TikTok Tom is kind of the point. So it'll be interesting.
Okay, so I can't wait to see this. So again, we will show you step-by-step procedure process on this, from plot, penciling, scripting, everything.
Yeah, I'll post a picture of the cover on here right now too, so
Yes, yes.
you'll be able to see that. So you don't have to go through my social media; you can just watch us here.
So that's our projects for 2026.
Yeah,
If anything else comes up, we'll do an episode on this. Trying to think if we have anything. No, we don't have anything planned. And right now, no plans for TikTok Tom stuff after this book is finished, because this is taking a lot, 300 pages. Come on. Need a break after this.
yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, the thing we can also talk about now, though, is if we have any ideas for upcoming Geek Shop episodes.
Geek Shop episode. Ho Anderson wants to come back. We didn't scare him off, so
He's crazy.
it's crazy. And we need to bring Jeff back. Talk about
Yeah.
more stuff. Jeff. Who else? We had a couple of one or two professional artists I contacted. One of them's interested, so we'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, there's a couple you mentioned to me that I'm quite excited
Yeah.
about. Then there's also I'm going to be doing. For those that aren't in the know, I just came back from Europe, a trip in Europe, and we're going to do an upcoming episode about European comic books because I went to a bunch of
Yes.
shops. I went to the LJ Museum, and so let's talk a little bit about the difference between how they handle it. Because particularly after doing this podcast and then going there, like normally I'd go as a fanboy to these comic book shops and just kind of be like interested. But now that we've been doing this, we've been talking about the industry a lot more. I really saw the difference, and it's really interesting. So I think that'll be an interesting
We
episode
did an
too.
episode on manga, so now it's European comics, and that's
Yeah,
an
yeah,
interesting take because you know, we had my daughter on talking about manga also. Um, there's a huge difference between North American comics and manga, and there's a huge difference between North American comics and European comics. And
although I'll be honest, I think there's a bigger similarity between manga and European comics.
I agree on that. I agree. And the
Like a little
audience
more
is
subtle
different.
stories,
And
you know.
another person, Massimo, mentioned to me about when he went to Italy and he was talking, he experienced Italian comics like Dylan Dog.
Yeah,
And so, we could maybe see if Massimo wants to come on and talk about that also.
yeah. So
And
it's funny.
sorry.
When we started doing this show, I remember us discussing, no, we'll get like 10 episodes and then we'll see. So notionally this year, we're going to hit 100 episodes.
Yes, yes, we are. And we're enjoying it. We still have lots of good ideas. So join us. And for future episodes, like we said, Jose Anderson wants to come back. Rebecca from My Moving Parts, who does t-shirts,
Yeah,
printed t-shirts. She printed our TikTok Tom t-shirt. She's going to be on it. And we'll try and get Jeff back on. And of course, our regular Derek Barton, we have to get him back on.
at least 3 times.
Yes, at least, yeah. Yes, a couple of times this year he has to be on. So,
Yeah.
and lots more ideas coming up on Geek Shop. So join us again and we'll talk more later, right, Chris? Take care.